Hello everyone and welcome to your channel IELTS Perfection. Do you struggle with what to say in speaking part 2? In this video, you'll learn how to turn simple answers into powerful stories. I'll show you storytelling techniques to make your responses longer, more emotional, and more natural. And of course, you'll hear sample answers that sound just like Band Aid. Let's get started. Speaking part 2 is your chance to talk for 2 minutes, and storytelling helps you fill the time naturally, use a range of vocabulary, grammar, and tenses, and show fluency and coherence. IELTS examiners love answers that are structured, interesting, and personal. That's where the seed method comes in. This technique turns a boring answer into an interesting story. It helps you speak for 2 full minutes with clarity, drama, and depth. SEED stands for situation, emotion, example, and detail. Let me explain each part. For S or situation, start with the context. What happened? When was it? Where was it? And who was involved? This is your introduction. Set the scene like you're telling a short story. The purpose of this part is to give the examiner context and orient the listener. You can use past tenses, time phrases, and simple descriptive language. You can start explaining the context with these phrases. Now let's see some great examples for a situation.
It happened last summer when my friends and I decided to take a last-minute trip to the mountains. Everything was fine at first, but then something unexpected happened. Back in 2022, I was traveling with my cousin in Italy. One day, we got separated in a busy market, and neither of us had a phone. This took place in my hometown during a spring festival. I was helping out with an event, but something went wrong and I had to fix it quickly.
Next is emotion. How did you feel at that moment? This is the core of drama. Your feelings will make your answer vivid and relatable. Emotions hook the listener and allow you to use a strong vocabulary and idiomatic expressions. The purpose of this part is to add drama, tension, or excitement. You can use adjectives, body language phrases, or metaphors. Now let's see some examples for emotion.
I was terrified. I had no idea where I was, it was getting dark, and my phone had no signal. Every little sound made me jump. My heart was pounding like a drum as I walked onto the stage. There were so many people watching, and for a second, I forgot what I was going to say. I felt like I was in a movie. Everything happened so fast, and I couldn't believe it was real. The timing, the people, even the music in the background. It was surreal.
Next is example, or in other words, event or turning point. What exactly happened? What was the key moment? This is the main event of your story. Make it specific, visual, and personal. Tell the listener what you did, what happened next, and what the outcome was. The purpose of this part is to create a clear narrative with action or a turning point. You can use past tenses, sequence words like then, suddenly, just when, etc., and even short dialogues. Now let's see some awesome examples for this part.
Suddenly, I heard a loud crash behind me. I turned around and saw that a motorbike had skidded on the wet road and crashed into a fruit stand. Just when I thought everything was fine, the lights went out and the entire venue was plunged into darkness, right in the middle of my presentation. Out of nowhere, a man approached me and said, "I think you dropped this." It turned out to be my wallet, which I hadn't even realized was missing. Then, something unexpected happened. It started snowing. In my hometown, that's almost unheard of, so everyone ran outside to take pictures and enjoy the moment.
The last part is detail. Add 1 or 2 finishing touches to make it vivid. You can describe the environment, sounds, smells, sights, or include a reflection or life lesson. The purpose of this part is to make the story richer and demonstrate advanced language. You can use figurative language, idioms, or reflective sentences. Let's see some examples to have a better understanding.
The streets were dimly lit and smelled like grilled meat, with smoke rising from small food stalls on every corner. It was late at night, but the city still felt alive. Loud voices, laughter, and the sound of sizzling kebabs filled the air. That experience taught me more than any book ever could. I realized how important it is to stay calm and adapt when things don't go as planned, something no classroom or textbook had ever truly prepared me for. I'll never forget the warm smile of the stranger who offered me help when I missed my last bus. It was such a small gesture, but in that moment, it meant the world to me. It reminded me that kindness still exists.
Okie dokie. Now let's see 2 real IELTS questions and Band 8 answers. Question number 1. Describe a time when you helped a stranger. You should say who the person was, what kind of help you gave, where it happened, and explain how you felt about helping this person.
A few months ago, I was walking home from work when I saw someone standing near a bus stop, looking confused and holding a map. Out of nowhere, a man approached me and said he was visiting from another city and couldn't find his hotel. I asked for the name of the place, and luckily, I knew where it was, about a 10-minute walk from where we were. I'll never forget the warm smile of the stranger when I offered to walk him there. He looked so relieved, and honestly, it made me feel really good to help someone, even in a small way. The streets were dimly lit and smelled like grilled meat from nearby restaurants. We chatted on the way, and he told me he was in town for a job interview. That short walk turned into a meaningful moment, and that experience taught me more than any book ever could about kindness and human connection.
Question 2. Describe a time when something didn't go as planned. You should say what you planned, what actually happened, why it didn't go as planned, and explain how you felt about it.
Last year, I had planned a small birthday surprise for my best friend. I booked a restaurant, invited close friends, and even ordered a custom cake. Just when I thought everything was fine, I got a call from the restaurant saying they had a power outage and couldn't take any guests that night. I panicked for a second, then quickly called everyone and changed the location to my house. My heart was pounding like a drum, but surprisingly, everything turned out even better. That experience taught me more than any book ever could, especially about staying calm and thinking fast in stressful situations. We lit some candles, played music on a speaker, and everyone helped set things up. There were lights everywhere, and the smell of food made the whole place feel warm and lively. It was nothing like I had planned, but in the end, it became one of the most unforgettable nights.
Speak with heart, and the words will follow. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. See you in the next video.